Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode number 15 in the Let's Play of Let's Play Super Mario 64. The previous episode we had that came out on... I can't remember when it came out, honestly. Let me double check here. I believe that the last episode, came out on Monday, so this episode's coming out on Wednesday. The episode on Monday, I don't think we got as much done because it was a harder world. But oddly enough, I think this world coming up is often regarded as even harder than that world. And I struggle like 10 times less with this world than I did that world. I just wanted to show here, in order for the stairs to become never-ending, we have to collect over 70 star coins. So we'll be getting pretty close in this episode, and then on Friday I'll be showing the final world here, along with how we get those last 2 star coins. Because I end up needing 2 more by the end of it, because guess what? I can't get any star coins in the secret worlds up here. What a shocker. But you can see, I believe this Toad is going to give us a star coin if I talk to him. It's like one of the secret star coins here. There we are. Very nice. Always nice when you get a freebie like that. Like I said, at this point we only need 7 right now to get to the end of the game. So judged off of what I just said, if you put 2 and 2 together, it looks like we're about to get 5. But here we go. Let's jump through here. And there are some cuts here. I just want to make sure everything's really clean as we're approaching the end of the game. This level itself isn't really long as much as it is, it's a really tall level. I guess it's vertically long, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does or not. But yeah, it is, it's a very jumpery level, and you saw there I stopped it on the 12 on the clock. So here's the logic behind that. If you stop it at the 12, the interior of the clock stands still, and then every number past the 3, or every number past 12, like if you're between 12 and 3, it moves slow. 3 and 6, it moves a little bit quicker. 6 and 9 moves pretty quick, and then between 9 and 12 is the quickest it moves. So depending on how you want the clock to move, you know, that will dictate that. I never saw a reason to make it go any higher than 3. Some of them you actually need the clock to be moving in order to get the star, but a good chunk of them, as you'll see here, you're actually better off with the clock not moving at all. And there is a lot of awkward gaps you'll see, like between things. So like this arrow, for instance, right now it's maintaining still, but we'll need the clock to be moving to get that star. But yeah, there is a lot of like awkward, like right there, there's a little gap that you wouldn't expect to be there. There's just a lot of awkward little gaps between some of the platforms in this world that make it just peachy to play through. Yeah, it's not really... At times, it can be really fun. At other times, it feels like it's the game just not being fair at all, which can really take the wind out of the sails there at times, but... You know, we're getting through it. We're working through the end of this game. I am excited. It looks like I said, we'll have an episode coming out here on Friday and the finale on Sunday. And then I think as far as the Pokemon series goes too, we should be able to wrap that up this week. So we'll be progressing. We're a week late, but we'll be moving to 2 new Let's Plays starting next week, which is always very exciting stuff. It stinks that we're just getting to finish Super Mario 64 because we're like so close to the end of the game, and my platforming is finally getting like tolerable. I wouldn't say it's good, but I can at least jump on things without falling to my immediate death all the time like I was in the beginning. And for those of you who have been here since the start, I did in fact try to go back and beat the penguin race as well. And the penguin just wasn't having it. So, not going to get that star. We're going to get the bare minimum at 70 stars to finish this one up, it looks like. But, you know, like I said, it's all about completion in my mind. We've never really strived for anything more. But here we go. We're between the 12 and the 3 now. So we actually should have a moving clock, but everything should be moving pretty slow. Yep. So all the platforms are going to be functional now, but all moving pretty slowly. And I think we only need this for like 2 of the stars. I remember the red star coins being like really difficult to get. But outside of that, I remember like the rest of the stars that I do get aren't ridiculously hard. Which is odd because this world is supposed to be like one of the most challenging, and I honestly find it relatively straightforward. Yeah, it's easy to fall to your death, but outside of that, as long as you keep your head on straight, I feel like it's pretty reasonable. And there's a whole bunch of things you could do to make it better, right? Like, instead of jumping and grabbing there, doing these backward jumps always seems to be a little bit more reliable. I don't, you get the groove once you play it a little bit. I think that's the fairest way to put it. Now we're just going to wait for this clock hand to come around here. This one should be really nice and easy, a real quick star to get. Some of them we have to go a little bit higher, and some a little bit lower. At least one that I'm thinking of, but yeah, this one, in retrospect, we probably could have done on a faster setting, but I'm glad we don't, because I think we almost died getting this star in like one of the stupidest ways you could possibly imagine. So I'm sure right now I could really fly through it, but at the time of recording, I could not. And don't get hit by the electric ball. I didn't, but you see, yeah, I almost died there. That would have been really bad. I'm not sure if there's anything below us that would have caught us. I know the majority of the world there isn't. So that could have been really bad. But luckily, nothing too bad happened there. And if you do hear a lot of rain noise behind me, I do apologize for that. It is raining here slightly in my area. It has been like on and off for a while. But that was not the pit and the pendulums. Oh, this one. This one is tricky and is the second highest, I believe, we'll go in this episode. It is not a fun one. Yeah, I believe I was trying to stop the clock on 12 there and didn't quite get it, and I really didn't want to risk it because we have to go a little bit higher for the second star. And some of the other stars are like pretty far out there. Like, there is a whole nother rung above me that we'll have to go to get some of them, but I know I definitely don't get the one with like the thwomp. Like, some of those ones are just, they're so out of the way and the jumps are ridiculous, and if you fall, you die a lot of the time, so probably not worth it. At least not at this time. If you're trying to 100% the game, I understand that. And like I said before, if you are trying to 100% this game, or you want to watch somebody 100% this game, Zebra Gamer does a great job with this game. He is an awesome Let's Play go-to guy. I love watching all of his stuff. So if you're looking for somebody to put you in a good mood and 100% any of these Mario games, he's a good guy to check out. If he has it covered, I can almost guarantee it's going to be a good thing to watch. So okay, now we flip up on this cage and you see it looks like we're going to go down here, but this actually leads us to a path, oh, excuse me, which will let us go a little bit farther. And see down there, if we fall, it looks like we have some stuff to fall on, so we're not immediately falling to our death, which is always nice. Makes me a little less hesitant to do this stuff. There's a 1-up, and it followed us, which is nice. Ooh, we do not want to get caught up with this guy, because we've seen him before, and he is nothing but bad news. Okay, he's nicely stopped over there. Let's go here. Is this just coins? Yeah. This could be a tricky one. I definitely want to land just right on here. Okay. Let's go this way. Oh boy. Oh boy. And this one, even though it looks like they're connected, I think you'll see here, these actually are not. You do have to jump or else you will fall. So see, I barely caught it there. That is bull crap. That is a big steaming load right there. Like, it is just not fair. But luckily we make it in one try, so we don't have to put up with it again. That's a really tricky star to get, in my opinion. It's coming from somebody who is completely terrible at the game, but Let's go through. Hopefully that one landed on the 12. It looked like it wasn't quite there. Okay, it's going to count it as a 12. I think this one is going to be the star coins, which I think is going to eat up a large portion of time here. Just because the star coins are a bit tricky. And I wanted to see if we could get something a little bit more. But I think I'd go up there and realize that we can't. So, yeah, all the other coins in this world besides the star coin, or besides the 8 coins that you see over there, you need to have the platforms moving at least at some speed. I don't think there's really any benefit to speeding them up per se, unless you were just going to go down the road of saying, I want to make this more challenging for myself, I guess. But yeah, you can see the 8 coins are going to be on like these little platforms here, which I'm just going to try and trust my gut and get. Okay, so that one seems pretty straightforward. And I got a good chunk of them, but I fell pretty far. But now we know this is right here by where we start the level. And we get free health, which is very nice. So I think we should just focus on these coins for this one. Yeah, like I said, the jumps here might be tricky, but I don't think it's going to be tricky to really get the coins at all. And as long as we could scale this, we should be fine. I just think the position of it makes it a little bit harder. I do learn in a little bit like a better way to do this, but for the start of it, I'm going to do some back jumps here. Yeah, it's really, like, they're all offset a little bit, so I think you do have to back jump onto this second one. Oh, and he's doing this stupid crap. Yeah, you could probably double jump too there. That's what I was going to go for, but I'm never really good at the double jump. You can see it's, like, all about the angle you take off with, and that's what makes it easier to, like, just jump in general, is if you jump sort of at the diagonals going straight towards the path, you almost grab it every single time, so if you're really struggling with that, that's a really good way. You'll see what I mean as we get closer here, because I do end up getting better at it. Like, you can make it in a single jump, it's just the angle that you come off the board. I was just being a goon. And I like the back jump, you know, I've gotten good at it now that I've used it a little bit more in this Let's Play. I've been pretty happy with my proficiency in the back jump. At first I couldn't do it, period. I could barely do a double jump, and now I can almost wall jump and do a back jump. That looks pretty nice. Oh yeah. That one is going to be tricky. It's like right on the edge there. There we go, 7, and there should only be one more up here. And of course it's like all the way over there. I'm not even sure how we're going to back jump to get to that one. I'm definitely not within range right there. Oh my god, I was. How did that happen? And where does that appear? I have no idea where that's showing up at. Oh, but I fell and took some damage in the process, that's for sure. So it's not at the bottom, which is where I thought it was gonna be. It's actually perfect when you fall off like that, because the back jump becomes like a million times easier. Because you know you're on the very edge. There's no guesswork. But yeah. The next couple minutes here, I think up until about the 15-minute mark, are going to be me struggling to get this. So nothing too exciting there, but you know how it goes. Let's see if we can leverage that. Oh my goodness. This is getting aggravating. I mean, it's still not as bad as the Monty Mole section where I had to do all the back jumps, but it's still pretty bad. I think this star is like hanging by a thread. Like we have to have a jump of faith to get it. Yeah. Look at that load of crap. I just missed it. Okay. So this isn't going to be fun. The alternative here, if I didn't discover that you could do these diagonal jumps like I just showed right there, if you really want to save yourself some time, is to go up to the top and drop down. That makes this a lot easier. But like I said, you see how like I'm making it when I use the very edge. Like the opposite edge that you would think to jump off of is the edge that works. So in this one, you want to get as far over to the left as you possibly can, run, and then jump, and you'll make it. And I think for this one, it might be easier just to do a back jump. I don't know, or a long jump. But I got it on that one. No big deal. It's just a pain in the neck. Just a pain in the neck. What is this, TikTok clock? I'm sure I'm not going to make any dumb mistakes while trying to name that one for the YouTube post. Yeah, you can see it keeps wanting me to go to Stomp on the Thwomp, but I know we're definitely not going to get that star. That's a pretty challenging star to get, being as I almost just fell to my death on a rectangular platform. But this next one is pretty challenging as well, but at least it's not as bad as Stomp on the Thwomp. That one's pretty ridiculously challenging. But yeah, we're up to 67 stars, which is not bad. We will only need 2 in the next episode, and then we'll be ready to go up against the one, the only Wario. Just kidding, Bowser, of course. Which should be fun. Not really. I'm going to be honest with you here. I just beat the game at the time that I'm doing the voice recording here, and the Bowser battle took me 2 hours and 2 minutes. Not the world plus battling Bowser, just battling Bowser. So, yeah, not excited for that one. And I'm going to get hit with this fire, because of course I am, and I'm going to fall down this goddamn... Oh my god. I hate those fire things. It's so unfair. I mean, it's perfectly fair, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, why here? Like, it would make sense if the controls worked very well, but when you create really challenging obstacles on a platformer that's just like kind of okayly built and everything's slippery, it makes the whole world... Like, I don't trust any platform to lead into another. I almost expect I have to jump over every little hurdle because the game has conditioned me to think that I'm going to fall to my death if I don't. And on top of that, there's just like so much, like, Mario doesn't turn around quick enough. Only when he wants to, he'll turn around on the flip of a dime. And so many, like, gimmicky controls in this game that really bother me. And they really shouldn't. Like, I think that's the part that gets to me, is like, the controls aren't that bad. It's just Mario's response to them varies extremely from like one instance to another. And it's not like location specific or anything like that. It's just like how Mario's feeling on any given type of day. I think for this one I want to jump back over this way. But like I said, we are approaching the end of this episode here, so I'm going to do my typical outro. If you did like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that great stuff is greatly motivational towards myself and costs you nothing. So yeah, if you want to continue to see videos just like this in the near future, feel free to do that. Just to stay up to date with that stuff. We'll be finishing up Mario 64 this week, and in replacement of that, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will be playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on the channel, which is my all-time favorite PlayStation 2 game. I've definitely shared my love for that a lot on the channel, so yeah, look forward to that. And then once we wrap up Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, which we have been playing on Tuesday and Thursday, I think it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday this week, just to get that wrapped up. We'll be moving into playing a Let's Play of Pokemon Soul Silver, which should be exciting. You know, those are my favorite regions, favorite generations, and things like that, so should have a ton of fun there. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you. I hope y'all are having a snazzy week. I know it's odd seeing a video like this come out on a Wednesday from Average Joe. Usually I'm behind and I say I'm going to post a bunch of videos and don't, but I'm keeping my promise here this week, so hopefully y'all are enjoying, and we'll see you all here on the next one. I guess you could take the time here to enjoy 2 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay and just watch Mario do some crazy stuff and get this last star. Until next time, guys, everybody take it easy.